What if your website could answer customer questions, help them find the perfect product, and collect leads all by itself 24/7? In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an AI chatbot that does just that, using Voiceflow, OpenAI, and retrieval augmented generation to answer real questions from a real company. No coding, and ready for any business that wants to grow while saving time. Let's get started. We're building this chatbot in Voiceflow, which lets us design the conversational flow easily. So you need to create a new agent, and after you make the account, of course, and we're gonna name it YouTube lead gen. You can give it any name, English and basic project here. Get started. We don't need a web page right now, so we're gonna skip it. Okay, so we are here in knowledge, and as I told you, I'm gonna use the brand that makes sunglasses named Chimi for this example. So I'm gonna go on their website and go here to terms and conditions, copy this, okay. And now I'm gonna go here and press on add data source, plain text, and I'm gonna paste this here, import, and one more from shipping. Just gonna copy this, and same thing here. You can also upload a file or a sitemap or a URL depending on what you need it for your business. Import, and now we're gonna go into workflows and double click on this. It gives us some start, but I'm gonna delete it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is drag from this start button talk message, and I'm gonna type something like, hey, I'm Chimi's AI assistant. Ask me anything about shipping, sizing, or styles. I'm here to help. Okay, and after that, we're gonna save the user's message into this variable from listen capture, and select entire user reply and set it to last utterance. Okay. After that, we're gonna drag from dev a KB search block, which stands for knowledge base, and here we're gonna type last utterance, in which is saved the user's question, and here we're gonna put chunks. And so I will quickly explain what this does. So the information that we pasted before in the knowledge base is divided into chunks, and what this KB search does is gonna use this user's question and is gonna match it with 3 chunks that are most relevant to it. And after that, we're gonna set here from talk, we're gonna set a prompt, create prompt, conversation, add conversation history so it keeps the context, and I'm gonna paste the prompt. And for question, type last utterance, And for knowledge base, chunks. Okay. So what this does is gonna take the question of the user and the chunks that are most relevant to it, and it's gonna make an answer to the user's question. And now we're gonna make some settings for it. The model is good. That you want the temperature to be as low as possible. I'm gonna use 0.10 so it doesn't invent information that doesn't exist. Okay, and we're gonna connect this, and after that we're gonna make a new block. Do you need help with anything else? And we're gonna use some buttons from listen, yes or no. Okay, and if the user clicks on yes, we're gonna send him to another block. What do you want to know? Okay, the next thing that we need to do is, as I told you, this will be a lead generation chatbot. So what we want to do is to collect the user's data to save it later. And the thing that we need to do is to, after it answers 2 questions, the bot, we should start asking those lead generation questions. So we're gonna set a variable here. I'm gonna name it number of questions, create variable, number of questions, and I'm gonna give it a default value of 1. Okay, and what we're gonna do here, after the chatbot responds to the question, we're gonna add from dev a small JavaScript here. Don't scare, it's just a line of code. Now I'm gonna type number of questions plus plus. And what this does is it only increments with 1 this variable. So we're starting with 1. After the bot responds to 1 question, is gonna go to 2. Okay, and after that we're gonna drag a new capture block, and we're gonna set it to entire user reply and send it back to this knowledge base search. Okay, so when the user gets its first question, we go here, it asks for another question, and then it goes here and tries to answer it again. Okay, and what we're gonna do now, from logic we're gonna drag an if condition business logic and add condition builder here, and we're gonna set if variable, which for us is number of question, is 2, or you can set it to 3 or what you want. I'm gonna use 2 for this tutorial. We're gonna activate another block that is gonna start asking lead generation questions. Okay, quick message block. I have here a text. Perfect, happy to help. Can I ask a couple? I'm gonna remove this actually. Can I ask a couple quick questions to point you to the best frames or offer? Okay. And now we're gonna let him choose. No, with the buttons button. No. Actually I'm gonna use with the buttons button. I'm gonna type cool, and I'm sorry no if he doesn't want. I'm sorry no. Okay, if the customer presses on cool, we're gonna ask him about what type of glasses he's looking for. Are you looking for sunglasses, optical or ski glasses? And now we're gonna drag another capture block, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create a new entity. What this entity does is, let's say the user types I want sunglasses. We're not gonna save all his answer. We're gonna just save sunglasses to put later in a sheet, and you know. Okay, name, type of glasses, data type custom, and for values I'm gonna type sunglasses, optical, synonym, prescription glasses, and ski glasses, synonyms, goggles. Okay. And now the AI will reason for what entity is the customer looking. Okay. After that, we're gonna ask him if he has shopped from Chimi before, if he had shopped. I'm gonna type something like, good, have you shopped from Chimi before? Or have you shopped with Chimi before? And I'm gonna make a new entity here, which is gonna capture if he types yes or no. Custom again, and yes, no. Very good. And after that, we're gonna ask for his email, so we can put it into our marketing campaign. What's your email so I can send over some created pics. Okay, and we're gonna again create a new entity, name it email, and this time we're not gonna use custom, as Voiceflow has already an entity for email. It is gonna find the email and save it into this variable. After it provides us with his email, we're gonna say something like, okay. And after that, the tricky part here, from dev we're gonna add an API block, And what this API does, it's gonna send some information into our make scenario so it can capture all this information about the customer. So what we're gonna do is going to create a free account, everything, press on make a new scenario, and after you're here, choose webhooks here, custom webhook. This triggers every time it receives data. Create a webhook, random name, and copy address to clipboard. Now we need to test it as it is waiting for us. We're gonna select here post as we want to post something to it. And let's see if it works. Okay, good. And now we're gonna send all the information to make from parameters, enter email, value, email, add another, type of glasses. We're going to select the variable with our entity, type of glasses, and is customer. This means if it's shopped from us before or not. This entity, yes or no. Okay. And we're gonna add the header here in case it doesn't work. Content type, and we're gonna type here application JSON. Okay. And let's see if it works. We're gonna press run once, send email, random email, type of glasses, sunglasses, let's say, and yes. Let's see. Yes, make receive the data successfully. And now to post this information into a Google Sheet. I already made one with email, type of glasses, and shop before. We're gonna add another module, Google Sheets, add a row. You're gonna connect your Google Sheets account. Click here to choose file, and you're gonna choose the file that you need and the sheet name, sheet 1. And here for actually selected the wrong sheet, the wrong spreadsheet. Now here in email we're gonna press this email, type of glasses, and show before is customer. So this is gonna send all the information directly to our Google Sheet. Okay, save. Now let's test it. Send, reuse last value. So you see this is empty right now, and if I type here send, now it receives the info successfully. This is very good. And now after we made this, we're gonna need to send this again to do you need help with anything else, to determine if the customer needs any more help. And what we're gonna do here, if the customer says no, that he doesn't want to provide us with his information, we're gonna make a new block which will type no problem. Do you need help anything else, and we're gonna drag some buttons here. Yes or no. Okay. And if it select yes, we're gonna connect to this block. What do you want to know? This one. And the next thing we're gonna do is, if it types here, do you need help with anything else? And if it types no, we're gonna add an if condition, as condition builder, that is gonna verify if that number of questions variable that I've talked about it before is less or equal to two. If it is less or equal to 2, we're gonna drag these two. Can ask a couple quick questions. So this is in the case of after the first question, the user, let's quickly connect this from else. Okay, so after the first question that the user is asking, maybe he doesn't want to ask another question, so we're gonna ask him about those lead generation things. So if the number of questions is less or equal to, we're gonna send it here. And else, if it is not equal to 2, if it's higher than 2, it means that he already went through this lead generation process, so we're not gonna send him to that process again. So we're gonna add a message, something like, thanks for reaching out. Feel free to let's not use repetition. Feel free to contact us again anytime. Okay, and we can generate some variants to this. Thank you for reading the don't hesitate to reach out again. We appreciate your contact. Thanks for reaching out. Don't hesitate to get in touch again. Very good. And after this block's execution, we're gonna add from actions and it's gonna end the conversation. And also here, if he says that he doesn't need help with anything else, we're gonna connect this no button to this end sentence. So this is the chatbot, and I'm gonna test it now to see if it works. So ask me anything about shipping, sizing or styles. I'm here to help. You see that number of questions is set to 1. So let's type something like, how long does it take for an order to arrive? Orders are shipped from the EU within 1 to 2 business days for a good. Very good. Do you need help with anything else? Yes. What do you want to know? What to do if, no, let's say something like, what is Chimi? Let's see. Chimi is an eyewear company based in Stockholm, Sweden, with a company registration number. They operate an online store at Chimi Eyewear. Okay. And now it activates these lead generation questions. Can I ask a couple quick questions to point you to the best frames or offer? I'm gonna type cool. I'm gonna run this make Are you looking for sunglasses, optical or ski glasses? I want some ski glasses for... Okay, some ski glasses for a friend. It captures the answer. Good, have you shown it to me before? Yes, type yes. And now I'm gonna type an email here. contact@test.com. Awesome, you'll get a correct style guide from Jimmy soon. And let's see. Yes, it's saved everything in the Google Sheet. Good. I'm gonna say here, do you help with anything else? Yes. I received a damaged product. What should I do? According to our return policy, you can return the damaged product within 14 days. Good. Do you need help with anything else? No. And now it's seen that number of questions was higher than 2 and it ended the conversation. So after you make this, you can share this prototype. Chat, open in your tab. So you see that it works in web browser. You can integrate it with your website as a bubble that pops up from here in the corner, and you can also customize it. You can make a lot of things with it. This is just a simple example of how you can make a lead generation chatbot. If you need more complex systems, you can reach out to me on my LinkedIn. Okay, so that's it with this chatbot. You now have a 24/7 AI chatbot that can answer real customer questions and collect leads. If this helped you, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what kind of automation you want to see next. And if you're a business owner and want more complex systems, as this was just a simple example, reach out. I'm offering a few free builds to showcase what's possible. That's it for today. See you in the next video.